Hi, my name is Russell Bowyer and I'm from Bowfin Property, and today I'm going to talk about or explain what a north-facing garden actually means. Well, the easiest way to describe that is if you go into the garden, whether it's yours or a property you're about to buy, and you stand and you look directly out towards the bottom of the garden with the house behind you or directly behind you. If the garden is north facing, you'll be facing or looking directly north. And what that does mean is behind you or at the front of the house will be south facing. Now, the sun will rise to the right of the house, or that's to the east. But let me explain. It only rises due east on 2 days of the year. That's on the two of the equinoxes, which is on the 21st of March and the 22nd of September. But essentially, the sun will rise to the right of the house. And what it'll do with a north-facing garden, the sun will rise over to the right. Well, I'm actually pointing to my right, but that looks like to your left, so that'd be that way for you. But it will go track around the back of you at the front of the house and around to the left of the house, and it will set in the west, which is to the left. So that's what that actually means. Just quickly, please subscribe to the channel if you like what I have to present here, and please also give me a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. Anyway, let me carry on. So the two apps that you need, number one is a compass to find out which way due north is. I'm not an expert. Well, it's not about being an expert. I don't know which way is facing north. I can probably roughly guess depending on where the sun is, but it's working out when it's the highest in the sky. So just get yourself an app. Now, the app that I use is one called Compass, and all you do, download that, and to work out which way is north is you look on the dial, and on there you can see, hopefully, there's a little red arrow which is north. Now, in this case the garden is facing due north, when you point it down to the bottom of the garden, that little dial there will rotate and it'll be at the top, which is either 0 degrees or 360 degrees. So you'd point your compass towards the bottom of the garden, and if that little red arrow is right at the top, that means it's facing north. So it'll be a north-facing garden. So that's one app. The other app that I recommend that you download and use is one called Sun Position and Path. That's the app that I use. There are a couple of other ones. There's, sorry, I should have written them down. I can't remember because they're not the ones I. Yeah, Mr. Sun and Light Track. They're equally as good to use, but the one I like is Sun Position and Path. And the beauty of that app is that what it will do is it will show you from the position you are where the sun will track. Not only will it show you in the summer, but in the winter and at the point in time that you are at the property or wherever you're actually at that point in time. And it'll even show you where the sun is at the time you actually take a reading. And why is that important? Well, the thing is, if you're about to buy a property and you're not sure where the sun might track around the house, if you open that app up, and it'll position you, as long as you give it permission to allow it to have access to your position, it will show you where the sun will be during the day. And why is that important? Well, because with a north-facing garden, or well, with any garden actually, depending on which way that garden faces and where the sun tracks around, depends upon how much direct sunlight the garden gets. But not just as garden, but it's also which of the rooms in the house get sunlight. That's for another YouTube video, so watch out. By subscribing, I will be coming on to that, how that actually affects it and whether you should actually buy a north-facing garden or not. But this is more to actually know how on earth you find out and what does a north-facing garden mean. So like I say, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. This has been Russell Bowyer, Bowfin Properties. Thank you for listening and bye for now.